Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, the Cubs are going to continue their road trip with the first of 3 games in San Diego against the Padres. The Cubs had what would probably be described as a disappointing 2-game split with the Giants, which the series they just completed in San Francisco. Now, as we move on to San Diego, we're going to see that the Cubs are sending Aaron Nola out to the mound. He's making start number 14 with a 5-2 record, 4.40 ERA, and a 1.27 WHIP. The Cubs lineup today will be Horner, Correa, Santana, Springer, Harper, Cron, Amaya, Estrada, and Nola batting ninth. For the Padres, Mackenzie Gore is on the mound. He's making start number 13 with a 5-3 record, 3.14 ERA, and a 1.06 WHIP. The Padres lineup will be Wong, Suzuki, Grisham, Tatis, Cordero, Machado, Hosmer, Camposano, and Gore batting ninth. It is a beautiful 67 degrees with a light breeze blowing out to center at 7 mph as we get this game underway in San Diego. We see now that the Padres, as they send Gore out to the mound, are looking to even things up here with the Cubs. Gore facing Horner. To lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the first inning. The Cubs took 2 out of 3 from the Padres last week in Chicago. And now with 3 games in San Diego, the Padres are looking to return the favor. Mackenzie Gore standing on the mound, looking in at the plate. And here comes the pitch to Horner, and he's going to pop it up behind second base. Second baseman going out. He makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Carlos Correa with 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Correa. That is low and away. Correa holds up, and that is ball 4. So a 1-out walk puts Correa on first. It brings up Danny Santana. The switch-hitting Santana batting from the right side against the lefty Gore with 1 out and 1 man on. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and Santana swings and misses for strike 3. That was a changeup that fooled him right there. George Springer is now the batter with 2 outs, and the runner's still on first. Here's a full count pitch, and that is low and away for ball 4. So Springer draws the walk, giving the Cubs first and second with 2 outs, and now Bryce Harper the batter, with a chance to break this scoreless tie here in the top of the first inning. 2-2 is the count. Harper awaits the pitch, and a drive into center field. Is that going to drop in? It goes over the center fielder's head. Harper hits a rocket all the way to the center field wall. He's going to have an RBI double as the Cubs take the lead here in the top of the first inning. 1 run scores. The runner on first advances to third, and now Cron is the batter as the Cubs lead by 1 with 2 outs, runners on second and third. Here is the full count pitch, and Cron is hit in the back. He takes the hit by pitch to load the bases. And now Miguel Amaya the batter with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Cubs looking to add to this 1-run lead. Here's a full count pitch to Miguel Amaya. And that's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. He throws over to first, and Amaya is retired easily to end the inning. The Cubs score once. They leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the first of a 1-0 ball game. Aaron Nola stepping onto the mound against Colton Wong here in the bottom of the first inning. Nola's been staked to a 1-0 lead. Here's a 1-strike pitch from Nola as he looks for the sign and delivers the pitch. There's a pop-up on the infield. The catcher, Amaya, coming out. He makes the play in front of home plate for out number 1. Suzuki now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike is the count to Suzuki, and he lines that one right up the middle. That is going to be a single to center. Springer gets it back into the cutoff man, and the Padres now have the tying run on base. Grisham is the next batter with 1 out and 1 man on. Nola working with a 2-strike count. Here is the pitch to Grisham. And a pop-up to center. Chasing is Springer toward the warning track. He pulls it in for out number 2. As the runner retreats to first, Tatis now comes up to bat with 2 outs and the runner on first. Here is the pitch to Tatis. The runner goes. The throw down to second is going to be late, and that'll be a stolen base. Suzuki's 9th of the season. Now Nola working to Tatis. We're going to throw down to second just to see if we can catch him off guard. The throw to second is late. And now with 2 outs and the runner on second, here is the next pitch to Tatis. We are actually going to pitch out and see if he tries to steal again. Here's the pitch out. The runner does not go. All right, so now with a 1-1 count, we're just going to go ahead and pitch to the batter. 2-1. Strike 3 is called. The check swing for strike 3 ends the inning. So the Padres strand a runner. We go to the top of the second of a 1-0 Cub lead. Thairo Estrada going to lead off for the Cubs here in the second. Here's a 1-strike count. And the pitch to Estrada. There's a grounder over to third. Picked up and thrown to first. That'll be out number 1. Nola now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike is the count. Here is the pitch to Nola. And he gets to ground it over to short. The throw goes again to first, and the out is again recorded. That is 2 in this inning. Horner now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 is the count to Nico Horner. And he's going to pop it up into center. A short line drive, and the play is made to end the inning. The Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the second of a 1-0 ball game. Amaya doing the catching as Cordero steps up to the plate for the Padres. Here is a 1-2 count and the pitch from Nola, and there is strike 3 called on the outside corner. So Nola has 2 strikeouts now, and Machado is the next batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to Machado. There's a pop-up to right field. Chasing is Harper. He'll make the catch. I think he made that look a little more difficult than it really was. And that's out number 2. Nola now facing Hosmer. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch, and Hosmer pops it up into short right field. The second baseman Horner goes out. He makes the catch to end the inning. Padres go down in order. We go to the top of the third with the Cubs up by 1. Correa now leading off against Gore in the top of the third. Full count pitch. Here's the delivery, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball right at the knees for out number 1. Santana now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Danny Santana. And that's a liner into center field. That'll be a base hit. Santana rounds first and holds with a single. And now George Springer the batter. With 1 out, runner on first. Campusano he's an okay catcher. He's above average for sure. I guess if we get the right situation, we could try to steal with Santana. Let's see what happens here. We're going to swing away with Springer at the first pitch, and he's going to foul it off. So that was the curveball, actually. Let's see if we get... Oh, there's a pickoff throw over to first. All right, so he dives back safely. And another pickoff throw. Oh, and the throw gets away. Santana's advancing to second. So with 1 out, now there's a runner in scoring position as the Cubs looking for an insurance run here in the third. Springer now with a 1-strike count. He takes up and in for ball 1. So that was a fastball up and in. With a 1-1 count. Let's see here. All right, let's see what happens. 1-1 is the count. There's a foul tip. That was another fastball. So with a 1-2 count, I feel like Gore will try to waste a curveball right here. We're going to try to steal third and see what happens. Here comes the pitch. There it goes. The throw goes down to third. It is late, and Santana is going to have the 10th stolen base of the season. So the strikeout is recorded. That was a changeup, actually. 2 outs now in the inning. Harper the batter with a runner on third. Top of the third inning. Here's the first pitch, and Harper takes... We need to switch this back over 1-pitch mode. So with a 1-1 count, here's the pitch, and Harper grounds it up the middle. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the third of a 1-0 ball game. Campusano is leading off against Nola here in the bottom of the third with a 1-2 count, and Nola delivers. There's a check swing for strike 3. That is going to be the first out of the inning. The sinker dives down and away. And now Gore is the batter. Mackenzie Gore is batting with 1 out, nobody on. Nola working with a 3-1 count. And he issues ball 4. The pitcher is walked to put him on first, and that is just really frustrating. Colton Wong now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 1-1 is the count. Nola delivers. There's a grounder back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. He throws to second. There's no relay to first, however, as Wong easily beats it out for the fielder's choice, which will retire the lead runner at second. Now there's 2 outs and a runner on first, and Suzuki's the batter. Here's the first pitch to Suzuki, and the throw goes down to second, and it is late, and it bounces into center field. So the runner keeps going and advances to third, and now with 2 outs, the Padres have the tying run 90 feet away. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Suzuki batting, 2-strike count, and Nola gets a ground ball to second. Horner has it, but he doesn't make the throw. Did he lose it on the transfer? What happened there? Horner doesn't make the throw to first. An infield single for Suzuki, and the game is tied at 1. Grisham now batting with 2 outs and the runner on first. Here's the 1-ball count, and that is up and in. The throw goes down to second, and he is going to be safe. So Suzuki now has 2 stolen bases, and we need to slow down the Padres' running game here a bit in the 3rd inning with 2 outs and a 2-ball count. Here comes the pitch, and there's a foul ball. So 1 strike and 2 balls is the count. 2 outs. We got to focus on getting this batter out. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and there's a pop-up to center. Coming in fast is Springer. He makes the catch, which will end the inning. The Padres score a run, and we go now to the top of the 4th of a 1-1 tie. Cron leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 4th against Mackenzie Gore. 3-1 is the count as Cron waits for the pitch. And that's a pop-up to center coming in, and that goes, wait, he was coming in, and it went over his head. The center fielder, Grisham, misplayed that badly, and the ball went all the way to the wall. So Cron has a double to lead off the 4th inning. Miguel Amaya now the batter with nobody out and the runner on second. Here is the full count pitch to Miguel Amaya, and he's going to ground it over to first. This is going to work like a sacrifice. Amaya grounds out, allowing the runner Cron to advance to third, and now Estrada's the batter. 1 out. The go-ahead run 90 feet away. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Estrada, and he's going to pop it up to right. I think this is going to be deep enough. Going down the line is the right fielder. He makes the catch, but Cron does not try to advance. Apparently they didn't want to test Suzuki's arm out there in right, so now the pitcher comes up with 2 outs and the go-ahead run still on third. Nola, 2 for 19 with an RBI on the season, 0 for 1 today. Here's the 2-ball count and the pitch, and there's a pop-up to right. Suzuki, again chasing toward the line, makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 1-1 ball game. Tatis facing Nola in the bottom of the 4th. Full count. Nola delivers the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball down and in, and Tatis could not catch up with it. Clock that one in at 95. Cordero now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Cordero, and he grounds it over to second. Picked up by Horner, the throw to first, and that is out number 2. Next up is Machado with 2 outs and nobody on. Machado waiting for the full count pitch. Here it comes, and strike 3 is called at the knees. So Nola gets the strikeout looking to end the inning. We go to the top of the 5th of a 1-1 tie. Nico Hoerner, Cubs leadoff hitter, is leading off here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Hoerner. He's going to line that one into center field. That'll be a leadoff single. Hoerner rounding first and stopping. So the Cubs have the go-ahead run on base. And Correa is the next batter. Top of the 5th inning. Gore working to Correa with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch and a pop-up on the infield. Foul territory. The first baseman goes over and makes the catch for out number 1. Santana now the batter. He is 1 for 2 today. Facing off with Gore with 1 out and runner on first. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and Santana pops it up to right. Chasing is Suzuki. He makes the catch down in the right field corner for out number 2. Springer now batting with 2 outs and the runner on first. Gore working. First pitch to Springer, and that's a liner past the third baseman into left field. That's going to be a base hit. The runner stops at second, and the Cubs now have 2 men on with 2 outs. Bryce Harper coming up to the plate. He is 1 for 2 and has an RBI in today's game. Harper facing Gore in the top of the 5th inning. Go-ahead run is in scoring position. Here's the full count pitch to Bryce Harper. And that is low for ball 4. So Harper draws the walk. And that loads the bases for C.J. Cron. And now a relief pitcher is coming out of the Padres bullpen. Miguel Diaz comes out to pitch. He has thrown 28 innings, walked 20, struck out 49 with a 4.50 ERA. Diaz facing Cron with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the top of the 5th inning. So Mackenzie Gore's day is over. Diaz comes in, inheriting 3 runners and trying to get the 3rd out in the 5th inning. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Diaz facing Cron. Here it comes. And strike 3 is called at the knees. The Cubs do not score. The bases remain loaded, and we go to the bottom of the 5th of a 1-1 tie. Nola now, for his part, coming out to pitch in the bottom of the 5th inning. He's going to face the 7, 8, 9 batters in the Padres lineup here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 balls is the count. Here's the pitch. And a liner into left. That's going to be a leadoff single. That one dropped right in about midway between the 3rd baseman and left fielder. So a leadoff single, putting Hosmer on first and bringing up Campusano here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 strike is the count. Here's the pitch, and Campusano pops it up to left. Chasing is Santana. This time he'll make the catch. That is out number 1. Diaz, the pitcher, is now batting with 1 out, runner on first. It looks like a sacrifice situation from where I sit. Let's see if we can throw over to first and maybe pick this guy off if he thinks he's going to get a jump. Hosmer slides back easily. So now we're going to pitch to the batter, and that is low. The runner thought about going and retreated. So now we're going to throw over to first again. Not in time. Pitch to the batter. Let's see what happens. The bunt is laid down. Charging his Cron. He has it. He throws to Horner, who's covering first, and that's the second out of the inning. And now Colton Wong is the batter, with 2 outs and the runner on second in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nola working with a full count. Here's the pitch, and that is inside for ball 4. So the walk is issued. And now, with 2 outs, 2 men on in the bottom of the 5th, we have Suzuki coming up, then Grisham and Tatis. So we're going to go ahead and get somebody warmed up here. In this case, what have we got? We've actually got some lefties coming up. This looks like a great situation to warm up Skubal here in the 5th inning. So we're going to visit the mound, and we will find out that Nola says he feels good. He really does. Now he's going to pitch to Suzuki with 2 outs and 2 men on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, and a pop-up to center. Chasing is Springer. He makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs work their way out of the jam. 2 runners are stranded. We still have a tie ball game going into the top of the 6th inning. And now Skubal's going to sit down, but he will be coming into this game. Pitcher's spot is due up third, which means a pinch hitter is going to be in order. Amaya leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 6th inning. Full count, Amaya waiting for the pitch. And a grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it. He throws to first, and Amaya somehow miraculously beats out the infield single. So that is a leadoff runner for the Cubs here in the 6th inning. Estrada now the batter. And I feel like this is going to be a situation where we're going to use, Eri Adrianza is going to come in, and he is going to pinch run for Miguel Amaya in this situation. Estrada is going to be facing Diaz. He is 0 for 2 today. Estrada with the runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. We're going to do pitch by pitch because we're going to be looking for... There's a foul ball. All right, so that's strike 1. Now we're going to see Diaz throwing another pitch, and that is a ball low slider. So Diaz now working to Estrada. 1-1 count, runner on first in the top of the 6th inning. And we are going to put on the run and hit right here. With Adrian's on... Well, now we'll see here. Another pitch. Let's see what happens. That's low and in. That's ball 2. All right, so that was another fastball. That one was 100 miles an hour. Diaz really does. He's a very hard thrower. All right, so now with a 2-1 count, let's see what pitch he gives Estrada. Here it comes. There's another foul ball, so a 2-2 count now. Estrada is going to be protecting, and this is going to be the situation where we're going to send Adrianza over at first. So Diaz facing Estrada, 2-2 count, runner on first. We're going to put the run and hit on, and we're going to see if he can make contact. He does not. However, Adrianza is going to slide in safely to second, and that is his second stolen base of the season. And now we're going to send up a pinch hitter. The pinch hitter is going to be Mike Tauschman with the runner on second and 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Tauschman, coming off the bench, has a .255 batting average with a .349 OBP and 12 RBIs. He's facing Diaz here in the top of the 6th inning with 1 out and the row-ahead run on second. Here's the 2-2 count and the pitch to Tauschman. Diaz delivers, and a grounder out in front of the plate. The catcher has it. The only play is to first, and that will be out number 2. Adrianza advances to third, which brings up Nico Horner. With 2 outs and the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Horner facing Diaz with a 2-2 count. And there's a liner down the right field line. That's going to drive in the run. Horner with a critical RBI base hit. He's going to have extra bases as he cruises into third with an RBI triple. So the Cubs now have a 2-1 lead here in the 6th inning. And we're going to make sure and get Skubal back up as Correa is the next batter. Diaz facing Correa with 2 outs and the runner still on third. Cubs looking for an insurance run here in the 6th. 3-0 is the count. Here's the pitch to Correa, and that is low for ball 4. So Correa draws the walk, and it brings up Danny Santana. And now Michael Baez comes out of the Padres bullpen. He has thrown 29 2/3 innings, walked 15, struck out 41 with a .334 ERA. Baez facing Santana, who's going to turn around and bat from the left side against the righty Baez. Runners on the corners and 2 outs, 1 run already in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 1-2 count. And the pitch to Santana. Baez looking for the sign and the delivery and a swing and a miss to end the inning. Well, the Cubs do get a run, taking a 2-1 lead into the bottom of the 6th inning. Now, we're going to have to figure out what we're doing for lineup. In this case, it's going to be Ramos coming in to do some catching. And Skubal is coming over here, and he is going to do some pitching. So we have a whole new battery in the game now. Ramos behind the plate, Skubal on the mound. Skubal is coming in to face the 3, 4, and 5 batters in the Padres lineup in the bottom of the 6th inning. Skubal working, 3-0 count. He is looking for the sign, and here is the pitch, and that is low. It is ball 4, so Skubal issues the leadoff walk, and that brings up Tatis. With nobody out and 1 man on, Skubal working. Here's a 2-strike count. And there's a check swing for strike 3, so he strikes out Tatis for the first out of the inning. That's his 3rd strikeout in this game. And now, with Cordero the batter, and Grisham over on first, who I'm sure, yeah, he's pretty quick over there at first. We're going to go ahead and pitch out on the first pitch and see if he tries to steal second. There's my pitch out. All right, here comes the pitch out. The runner does not go. All right, so now we'll throw over to first and see if we can catch him napping. Quick move to the bag. Grisham is safe. Pitch to the batter. Let's see what happens now. There's a strike. The runner retreats to first. Skubal continuing to work. Here's another pickoff throw over to first. And that one gets away. The ball rolls all the way over toward the dugout, and the runner advances to second. So the tying run is now in scoring position. And now, full count pitch. And that's a swing and a miss for strike three. So Skubal got the fastball up and in for strike three at 98 miles an hour. Machado now the batter. Manny Machado stepping up with 2 outs and first base open. And the drop-off from Machado to Eric Hosmer is so significant in this situation. I feel like the logical thing to do is to walk Machado and pitch to Hosmer, who is also a lefty. Because, yeah, we're going to go ahead and issue the intentional walk. So that's going to put runners on first and second, which sets up the force. And now, Skubal will face Hosmer here in the bottom of the sixth with 2 outs, 2 men on. Here is the 1-2 pitch, and swing strike three. That will end the inning. So that decision worked out pretty well. We're going to the top of the seventh now. It's a 2-1 ball game. George Springer leading off against Baez here in the top of the seventh inning. 2-2 count. Springer waiting for the pitch, and he takes strike three at the letters for out number one. All right, so now we have a new reliever. Joey Lucchesi comes out of the Padres bullpen. He's thrown 5 2/3 innings, walked 3, struck out 5 with a 1.59 ERA. Lucchesi facing Harper with 1 out, top of the seventh inning. Here's the 1-1 count, and the pitch to Bryce Harper. And that's going to be a liner down the right field line. Harper has a base hit. He rounds first, heading for second. This will be extra bases as he slides into second with a 1-out double here in the top of the seventh inning. Harper now in scoring position, bringing up C.J. Cron. And Cron facing Lucchesi with 1 out, 1 man on. Cubs looking for a few more runs here in the top of the seventh. Here's the 3-0 count, and the pitch is high for ball 4, so Cron takes the walk. Now the Cubs have first and second with 1 out, and Ramos is the next batter. We're going to go ahead and warm up another reliever because if we get around to the pitcher's spot, we are going to send up another pinch hitter. Pardon me. In this case, the pitcher we are going to warm up is going to be Junior Fernandez. Bring him in the bottom of the seventh to protect the 1-run lead. Hopefully more than 1-run lead. Lucchesi now facing Ramos with 1 out, 2 men on. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch to Ramos, and he drives that one to left field. That looks good. It is heading for the stands. A 3-run home run off the bat of Wilson Ramos here in the top of the seventh inning. And the Cubs now have a 5-1 lead. 398 feet to the left field bleachers. So the Cubs now taking the 4-run lead as Thairo Estrada comes up. 1 out, nobody on, top of the seventh inning. 2 strikes is the count to Estrada. Here comes the pitch. And Estrada swings and misses for strike 3. So that'll be the second out of the inning. And it brings up Skubal. Pierce Johnson is now on the bump for the Padres. He's thrown 26 1/3 innings, walked 8, struck out 36 with a 2.73 ERA. And now in this case, to face the righty Johnson, we're going to send the lefty Tristan Casas up to bat. Casas stepping up to the plate. He is 0 for 8 so far on the season. And he is looking for his first base hit facing Johnson with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch to Casas, and he pops it up to left. Going back is the left fielder toward the warning track. He'll make the catch, which will end the inning. The Cubs score 3 times on the Ramos home run. We go now to the bottom of the 7th of a 4-run Cub lead. And now we're going to see Junior Fernandez come in out of the bullpen. He is going to be pitching against the 8, 9, and 1 batters in the Padres lineup here in the bottom of the 7th. Fernandez, for his part, has thrown 28 innings, walked 14, struck out 36 with a 3.86 ERA. He comes in the bottom of the 7th of a 5-1 Cub lead. Here's a 1-strike count. And the pitch from Junior Fernandez. He is looking for the sign, staring intently at the catcher. And here comes the pitch, and that's a grounder over to short. Picked up, thrown over to first. That is out number 1. Fernandez now facing pinch hitter Will Myers coming off the bench. Myers, once rumored to have become a Cub, but didn't ever come to pass here. He is thought to be a favorite of the Cubs general manager. So Myers facing Fernandez with 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch to Will Myers. And a liner into right field, that's a base hit. Will Myers getting a single with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Fernandez now facing Colton Wong with 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So he gets him on the sinker for the 2nd out of the inning. Suzuki now is the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Cubs up by 4. Here's a 1-2 count, and the pitch from Junior Fernandez, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3, which will end the inning. So the Padres strand a runner. We go to the top of the 8th of a 5-1 ball game. And now we are going to go ahead and warm up Blake Taylor to pitch in the 8th inning. Emilio Pagan has come out of the Padres bullpen. He has thrown 13 2/3 innings, walked 3, struck out 17, with a 3.95 ERA. He comes out to pitch in the top of the 8th inning against the top of the Cubs lineup. Here's a 1-2 count to Nico Horner. Pagan looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. And that is strike 3 called. The curveball that he dropped right in there for strike 3, and it froze Horner. Now the batter is Correa with 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. And a liner up the middle. Correa has a 1-out single. As the center fielder gets it back to the cutoff man, and Correa stops at first. 18 consecutive games on the hitting streak now for Carlos Correa. Danny Santana's the next batter. He comes up, batting from the left side against the righty Pagan with 1 out, the runner on first. Here's the 1-1 count. And the pitch to Santana, and he drives that one into the gap in right center field. I believe he got all of that one. That is going to land out there among the standing room crowd for a 2-run home run. So 441 feet, a moonshot out to right center field, and now it's a 7-1 Cub lead in the top of the 8th inning. Springer the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Pagan facing Springer with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch. And a pop-up behind second base. The shortstop going back. He puts it away for out number 2. Bryce Harper, the batter now. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI in today's game. Coming up with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch to Bryce Harper. And the grounder is toward the mound. The pitcher has it. The throw is over to first, and Harper's retired to end the inning. So the Cubs score 2 more times, taking a 7-1 lead into the bottom of the 8th inning. And now Blake Taylor will be brought into this game. He is going to face Grisham, Tatis, and Cordero in the bottom of the 8th inning. Taylor has thrown 25 innings, walked 10, struck out 26 with a 1.80 ERA. The lefty Taylor facing the lefty Grisham. Bottom of the 8th, leading off for the Padres. 3-1 is the count. Taylor looking for the sign, and here is the pitch. And a grounder over to third. Charging is Estrada, but he does not throw as Grisham beats it out for an infield single. This seems to be a trademark with this Padres team today. The infield singles just keep stacking up. Tatis now the batter. Nobody out, 1 man on. Taylor working with a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch to Tatis, and he lines it into center field, chasing his Springer. A diving play, and he makes the catch. An excellent defensive effort for out number 1. The runner has to retreat to first, and now Cordero's the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 1 strike is the count as the pitch comes from Blake Taylor, and he hits him. Looks like he got him there in the elbow. And that has to hurt as he heads down to first. Taylor now facing Machado with 1 out and 2 men on in the bottom of the 8th inning. Taylor working with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's a pop-up to left. Santana chasing toward the line. He makes the catch for out number 2. Taylor now will face Eric Hosmer with 2 outs, 2 men on. Cubs up by 6 in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 ball is the count. Here is the pitch to Eric Hosmer, and a liner into center field. This is going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run is going to score as the throw comes to the cutoff man. Oh no, the runner stopped. He rounded third, and it looked like he was headed straight for home, but the third base coach put up the stop sign. So the bases are loaded now with 2 outs, and Taylor is facing Campusano in the bottom of the 8th inning. We are going to need to apparently warm up a different reliever. I mean, somebody else is going to pitch in the 9th inning anyway. So we're going to go ahead and warm up Jimenez. In the off chance that we would actually need him in this inning, I suppose, we're going to have him warmed up now. So Taylor facing Campusano with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning. Taylor trying to work his way out of a jam. Here comes the first pitch. And Campusano grounds it to short. Correa has it. He throws to second as they get the intermediate runner to end the inning. So the Padres leave the bases loaded. They do not score. We go to the top of the 9th of a 7-1 Cub lead. And now, Cron leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 9th inning. Cron facing Pagan with a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And Cron takes strike 3. Looked like that was down and in, but the umpire rung him up for the first out of the inning. Ramos now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Wilson Ramos hit the 3-run home run that gave the Cubs a big lead in the top of the 7th inning. Pagan now working with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch to Ramos. And that's a grounder towards short. Picked up, thrown over to first for out number 2. Estrada now the batter as the lefty Matt Strahm comes out of the Padres bullpen with 13 1/3 innings thrown. He's walked 2, struck out 9 with a 2.02 ERA. Strahm facing Estrada with 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 9th inning. Here's the 2-2 count, and the pitch is on the way. And that is strike 3 swinging. So the inning is over. The Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 9th of a 7-1 ball game. Now, Taylor is still on the mound. Jimenez is warming. We're going to visit the mound, and he says, yes, Jimenez is ready to pitch. We are going to go ahead and pull a double switch. Well, the only guy left on the bench, I guess, is Malik Smith. So, if Jimenez gets in that much trouble, it really doesn't matter. We're going to have to use a different pitcher by then anyway. So we'll just keep that bullet in the chamber for now. Jimenez coming up to bat. He's going to face the switch hitter, Abraham Almonte, here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Almonte is pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. He has 1 home run, 6 RBIs, and batting .211 on the season. Jimenez has thrown 20 2/3 innings, walked 4, struck out 30 with a 3.92 ERA. He comes into the bottom of the 9th inning in a non-save situation as the Cubs hanging on to a 6-run lead. Here's a full count pitch as Jimenez looks to deliver. And there's a liner past the shortstop into left field. That is going to be a leadoff single. So Almonte stops at first, and it brings up Colton Wong. Nobody out, 1 man on. Here's a 1-1 count and the pitch, and Wong grounds it up the middle. The shortstop has it. The flip to second, but there's no relay to first as the double play is broken up. So 1 out is recorded on the fielder's choice. And now, what just happened? Jimenez is hurt. How badly is Jimenez hurt? He is out, and he is pending. We do not know what his status is. So we're going to return to the game, and we're going to bring in Gabriel Moya to pitch. Moya is going to come into the game to pitch with 1 out and the runner on first here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Suzuki is the next batter. Moya has thrown 23 1/3 innings, walked 9, struck out 23 with a 5.01 ERA. Moya looking to protect the 6-run lead here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1-1 is the count. Moya looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. There's a liner into right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Harper gets it back into second. However, the runner is safe. He hesitated running toward second. He didn't know if Harper was going to dive for that one or not. So now Grisham is the batter with 2 men on and 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Moya working with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch and a pop up to center. Going back is Springer. It looks like he's going to make the catch, and that is the 2nd out of the inning. The throw goes to the cutoff man, and the runner on second is going to tag up and advance to third. Now Tatis is the batter, with runners on first and third and 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. I'll tell you, Tatis is going to be allowed to bat here only because even if he hits a home run, we're still going to be ahead by 3 runs. Otherwise, we'd probably be intentionally walking him right now. So Moya facing Tatis with 2 outs, 2 men on in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2-2 is the count. Moya delivers, and there's a swing and a miss to end the game. So the Padres strand 2, they do not score, and the Cubs record a 7-1 victory in the first game of this 3-game series. The Cubs getting 7 runs on 11 hits with 2 errors committed. The Padres 1 run on 8 hits with 1 error. The player of today's game is the Cubs' Aaron Nola. He went 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, unearned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and he gets the win to go to 6-2. The Padres' Miguel Diaz suffers the loss. He came in the 5th inning, threw an inning of relief, and allowed the go-ahead run to score, which gave the Cubs the lead, which they did not relinquish. The Cubs' bullpen through 4 scoreless innings of relief, and Joe Jimenez was injured, but we do not know his diagnosis yet. So the Cubs improved to 39-20, while the Padres dropped to 35-27. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.